Yeah, it's great to have Thijs involved in sevens as well.
Uh, Rugby sevens has given me such an amazing amount of fond memories, but also very good friends made through photographing rugby sevens. I mean, I remember the first tournament I photographed was probably in Strand in the early 2000s, club rugby, but sevens was just such a fantastic sport, fast moving, quick action, lots of opportunities for good pictures. In 2007, I got an opportunity to fly with a friend of mine to George in a private jet. He had to go and collect people, and he invited me and my family with, and it was the same weekend as the George Sevens. So I grabbed the opportunity, got accreditation, and hopped on the jet with my family, and then took some incredible pictures. I think some of the players that played were Neil Powell, Marius Kuman, and a lot of the boys that are coaching now were still playing in 2007. Paul True was the coach. A year later, I was in London for the London Wine Trade Fair. It was the same weekend in May, so I managed to get into Twickenham and photograph the sevens there as well. And again, saw Paul True and a lot of the boys were playing that are now in the coaching staff. So it was nice to meet them there. Later, I moved on, met Paul, became good friends with him, and then often went to training sessions and just got the opportunity to get some behind the scenes photographs, which a lot of times were used by Eikestad Nice and Die Burger, which was great to get my pictures published. A year or two later, I introduced a friend of mine to Paul True. He was a sports psychologist and he started working with the Blitzbox, and I managed to get into some of the capping ceremonies and just listen to some of the clinics that were held and begin to, I saw behind the scenes and how hard the boys worked. I mean, through sevens, I met guys like Richie Gray, the breakdown specialist, worked and did some videos with him and some photographs. It was just fun to get close to the players. I mean, a few times I nearly got tackled or run over by them. It was really fantastic. It made me feel welcome, part of the team. Neil Powell, when he became the coach, I just always felt I was welcome there. And the management, they've always welcomed me. I mean, became good friends with a lot of the players. I saw Stedman Hans before he was picked for his very first tournament. I did a short interview with him, and just recently he and his girlfriend came for a wine tasting. I met guys like Carl Brown, Chris Dry, and just a lot of the guys, became good friends with them, and always good to see them when they're playing and take photographs of them. Later, when the tournament came down to Cape Town, which is rated as the biggest party in South Africa every year in December, I got accreditation for all 5 tournaments so far, and just awesome to be on the pitch, very close to the action, watch the guys warm up, take good pictures, often get them right through the year. They're used in the newspaper, so it's probably the sport where I've had the most pictures published, must be sevens. With them based in Stellenbosch, I can go to training sessions and get some nice pictures there, and then these pictures will be used right through the year. But for me, it's always more important to become friends with the guys that I photograph. So I've made some good friends over the years, not only in the South African side, but also with the All Blacks. Some of the referees, we've become good friends. They've been out to Oldenburg. I take some wines for the boys, and just awesome to connect with these guys and see the effort that goes in the training sessions, the hard work, and then to share the highs and the lows with them. It's really special. I mean, I've been to some capping ceremonies, I've done some team photographs and had a lot of them published as well. So if I have to choose, sevens is really one of the formats of rugby that I love the most. There's always something happening, always a good vibe around it. People are having a lot of fun when they're at the sevens, although it's very serious. I mean, Olympic gold up for grabs, but the guys, when they're off the pitch, they can have some good fun. And long may it continue. I hope to get many more opportunities in Cape Town, to go to the Cape Town Sevens to take some photographs there. I've also become good friends with Marius Kuman. I photographed him in his playing days and then got to know him really well afterwards. We went to the same school, and he started a tournament at Paarl Gymnasium, the Marius Kuman Sevens, which includes now netball and hockey as well. And the last 2 or 3 years I've been working with Marius on various projects, including these sevens, and recently also had a few runs and swims with him as he trains for the Ironman. So, sevens rugby photography, it's made me friends off the pitch, which has transcended the sport, and it's given me incredible memories. I really love the sport.
So, yeah, it's great to have him. He gives us great exposure in media as well, and in social media as well, and we're grateful to have him involved.